Hey everybody, today is May 10th, 2023. I'm Gene, and welcome to the Wednesday edition of Hanging with Uncle. I have an announcement to make to all of my followers, listeners, subscribers out there. I found out yesterday I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. Luckily, they caught it early. They expect a full recovery. However, recovery is not going to be fun or easy, and there's going to be some medical expenses to be incurred. So that reaction of, oh, is there anything I can do to help? Yes, there is. This show is eligible to get monetized when we reach 1,000 subscribers. So right now we are 963 away from that goal. But anyway, hit that subscribe button, and it doesn't cost you anything. You're not going to be on the hook for anything. Nobody's going to send a bill to you for anything. What happens is YouTube makes their money off paid advertisements, and we'd be eligible for that on this show. So it's all about just, the number of subscribers you have. So it would be greatly appreciated if you guys would hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button and click that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever we put any new content out there or go live. And with that, let's get into this week's episode. So last week we kind of finished on why the settlers left England because of the Anglican Church and coming here for freedom of religious persecution. And that is how separation of church and state was put in the preamble of the Constitution. So today I kind of want to talk about how the frameworkers of the Constitution put it together to structure power and authority within government. So, Article 1 addresses the legislative branch. That is the first thing they put in there. That was the first thing on their mind. It was what they figured was most important because the legislative branch is the representative branch. It is of the people, for the people, and by the people. The people select their representative, vote to send them to Washington, D.C., either to serve in the House of Representatives or the United States Senate to make laws for the country. So, just on a side note, when I hear these elected officials saying, well, I only care about the people of Arizona's 8th District, those are the ones who send me to Congress. No, that's not how it works. Okay, because anytime you vote for a bill like raising the debt ceiling or the national defense budget or whatever is on the floor, it does not affect just you and your constituents. It affects the entire country. So let's get that out of the way. That is not what the founders intended when they put the legislative powers together within Congress. And even Congress was well thought of because it was divided into two houses, like we said, the House and Senate. So no one branch of government has power over the other. It's equal. So, for example, if you want to say we want to have National Purple Hair Day, well, it takes whoever the Speaker of the House is. Today, that would be Kevin McCarthy. And he would have to bring to the floor to a vote to have National Purple Hair Day. And they say, yeah, we want to have National Purple Hair Day, right? Well, it doesn't just go to the president's desk. There's another step. It's got to go through the Senate. And Chuck Schumer brings it to the floor. He doesn't have to, but let's say he brings it to the floor. And the Senate says, no, we don't want National Purple Hair Day. Well, then it gets squashed and it doesn't go anywhere and it's dead right there. All right? But now let's say the Senate says, yes, we want National Purple Hair Day. Then, because that bill has passed both the House and the Senate, it goes to the President of the United States desk to be signed or vetoed to make it law or not law. And again, this is where the power of the people is so important, because if they have a veto-proof majority, 2/3 of the Congress decide, no, Mr. President, you're wrong, we want this bill to go through, and they have the 2/3 votes to make that happen, it can still happen. So the power within Article 1 is very important, and that's why, because it is the power of the people. We don't want a king. The king doesn't get the final say, the people do. And that's why Article 1, again, is so important. Article 2 is the president. Okay, so domestically, what authority does the president have? Well, like we just said, and this is another thing that bugs me when I hear candidates for president running, saying, I'm going to cut your taxes and I'm going to raise your taxes, or whatever it is. No, he doesn't have the authority to do that, because laws are made by Article 1 in the legislative branch. All the president has the authority to do domestically is either 1, sign a bill into law, or 2, veto the bill and say, no, we're not doing this in the United States of America. The only other power the president has really is treaties with foreign nations. He signs treaties, he talks to foreign leaders, he dictates the foreign policy of the United States around the globe. And that is the two things that the president does, and the most important is probably his domestic policy and how he deals with our allies in keeping the United States safe. And then the third branch of government is the judicial branch. And the judicial branch was put in place to where the idea is judges will serve for life in the federal courts. And it doesn't matter because, President Democrat appoints this one justice or nominates, and again, Congress has final say. They either say, yes, this person passed muster, we vet him, it's okay, he can be, on the courts. Or, no, we reject your appointee, Mr. President. Okay, so again, the people have the say. We don't have a king. The people decide. And the Supreme Court is there to say, this law either does not violate the Constitution, that you were not done wrong by the United States government, you've suffered no damages, that there's no credible evidence of you losing anything, then you're out of here. Or the Supreme Court can say, or the federal courts can say, yeah, you were done wrong here, and this is what we're going to do to make it right. The lower courts, if it gets appealed, the lower courts either got it right or need to go back and apply this test to the case and rehear it. So, it's very convoluted, and it's supposed to be. So yeah, again, judges are there to serve the Constitution, not a president. They have no contact with one another. The judicial branch is totally separate from the legislative and the executive branch, and that's pretty much it in a nutshell. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section. Otherwise, thank you again for listening. I hope you hit that subscribe button and pass the word along. So you guys stay safe. Zane and I will look forward to seeing you on Friday. And good night, everyone.